Good day, my fellow farmers, piggery business farmers. I also extend my greetings to the veterinaries and the animal scientists in the house. I want to greet especially those who are following me on my Facebook page, Piggery Business and What You Need to Know. And also those that are following me personally on my account, Facebook account. I want to appreciate all of you for finding me worthy to listen to and follow me step by step to impact a little knowledge I've acquired to you. Today I was taking my siesta and one thing came to my mind, and I think it's necessary I put it across to each and every one of us to know. This thing came in line with the video I did on processing of piglets, where some watched it and they were not able to go to YouTube where you can see it, watch from day one, that is from the beginning to the end. Also, I also castrated those pigs on day 3 when I was going there. When I went there to clip their teeth, cut their tails, and also inject them iron, I also castrated them. And at that time, like I said in my other quarters of my edition, I said when at that time, that is on that day 3, if a castrating has zero cost. You are not going to use an aesthetic agent. You are not going to use ligating materials like chromic hardgut and all that. So it's having a zero cost attached to it, and is one of the most effective and easiest way that even somebody who has never done gone to school can equally do it by just looking at it like that. So I decided that let me make this video to clarify some that were having doubts in mind, or they were looking at it as just a normal rituals in piggery business, that you cut it, clip tails, also castrate and all that. I want to first of all start with the teeth clipping, that is cutting of the teeth, the parent teeth that the pigs come with. In the course of suckling, as they're suckling on the nipples of the sow, they are competing if they're in large number, and the number of teeth, like imagine my pig giving birth to 22 piglets or 17 as the case may be. No, 17 is just a common thing for exotic breeds, the ones that have large white land races. It's only Duroc that at times it gives birth to 17, as normally just we praise God that it's giving birth to 17. But land races and large whites, the ones from Benue State, most especially Benue Swine Project, if it is exotic and is not crushed, you have 22. The highest number we've had ever is 22. So when they are suckling and there is competition, since they have that teeth, they want to have a firm grip on the teeth of the udder, thereby creating some bruises and causing injuries to the teeth and even the udder surroundings. The implication of this is that you will not notice it. The implication of this is that at times it leads to infection of bacteria, most especially if it is E. coli. It causes E. coli that causes mastitis. Some will ask, what is mastitis? Mastitis is a bacterial infection that affects the udder, that is the lining of the stomach where the breasts are attached to. By the time it happens to them, if it affects them now, you will not notice it until when they are about to give birth. As the milk secretion process is taking place, you see the udder hardening. In some places it turns to be very tough, hard. If you press it, it do not go on pressure, it do not pit on pressure. So it's one of the causes of leaving your piglets to have their teeth intact while they were giving birth, why they are giving birth to. So on the third day, we recommend that you cut those teeth so that they have a free and convenient suckling without any issues. And if you look at your piglets, those that have not clipped their teeth all this while, you see that when your piglets are tender and they are competing for milk between week 1 to like 3 weeks or 4 weeks of age, you see them with wounds on their snout, around their snout, and even on the faces. It's as a result of these teeth. As they're fighting, they sustain those injuries, and these injuries are gateway to bacterial infections. So when you cut them, you save yourself of all these traumas that I'm mentioning. And also, one aspect that affects piglets themselves is the fact that the mother, as they are suckling and they are creating injuries on the udder, the pains, the excruciating pains that the mother is going through, that is the sow going through, we make the sow not to allow them to suckle to the letter. It will be quick in standing up. Those that have this experience, we understand what I'm talking about. You see a sow lie down for the piglets to suckle, and within just 10 to 15 minutes, before you know it, it's standing up already. The reason is that the bruises there, those pigs are renewing the bruises, and just like even in human beings, if a child bites the mother will slap, even if the child is small, for the child to understand that this is what is happening there. In pigs, they stand up for them to know that this thing they are doing is wrong. That is a way of punishing them, and this can result to mortality at that tender age, because some of them will not be able to suckle very well, and their growth rate will be retarded. If there is any infection, like a case of diarrhea, you see that they will be the first to die, the ones that are weak. So in this case, the survival of the fittest, those that can suckle quick before they stand up, they gain more body weight, and the other ones will be lagging behind like that till they manage to grow. So as a good farmer, you clip the teeth so as to help you cut down some of these things that ordinarily you wouldn't have want them to happen to you. And again, one aspect that will cut tears, that is on the tear cutting. You know, when you go to a farm that is under concrete system, like in my own case, it's a deep litter system, so I might not experience that. But for those that are using concrete, where they wash every day, and those pigs urinate, and their drainage system is very poor, you see that when these pigs lie down and you are going inside, tendencies are that when they stand up, they will want to switch their tail, and since it's having hair on it and it's still long and it's lying inside water, as they switch their tail in the course of either running or excitement, or they want to shake their body, it will spill on your body. Whatever clothes you are wearing, if it is Christmas clothes that you happen to wear on that day, is going to be spilled with this thing. Now you will not like this thing, because pigs' urines are very, very smelly, and the environment they find themselves in is smelly. So you cannot wear that clothes to anywhere. If you are now visiting that farmer, you need to go far place, enter transit. People will see you that why are you smelling pigs like this? Are you nursing piglets, or you are a pig yourself? So those are the things that made us to be cutting the tail and the teeth. And I want to extend to one aspect of the tail cutting, that is to human being, to the animal itself. The tail serves as a datic source of contaminants, and also source of making the animal look dirty at the end of the day. As they sleep inside that and they are switching it, is this thing is spilling on their body. Some people's farm, you go to their farms, you see the animal very, very dirty. It's just because of this fact, because the tails are still there, and it affects their hygiene and all that. Now one will ask, aside the clipping of teeth, that I've been clipping my teeth and my pigs, one of it is having mastitis. It's possible, most especially those on concrete floors. You know, if it is rough, of which concrete floors for pigs supposed to be either rough or have pavement where the hoofs can hook so that they will not slip. You know, when pigs have a dislocation, it's very hard, and it's not very hard. It's impossible for it to remobilize. That is, the bones cannot, when they have a fracture, the bones cannot be remobilized. That is, the bones can never come back and stay together again. Just like in human beings, when you have a fracture, the remobilize it, and at the end of the day, the bone heals itself. No, in pigs, you can't have that. If you have a pig that is fractured, consider it gone. The best way you would do to avoid a future challenges is to sell the animal out. Now, those that are having rough are on concrete floors, chances are that you have it, because as they are lying down, they are crashing, rubbing their tummy and all that on the floor, and the bruises you see are ways that the bacteria will enter through this thing and go inside. So the best way to control that is through hygiene environment. We apply high level of hygienic environment. You can buy how do they call it now? Disinfectants that are friendly, that covers bacteria, fungi, and also viruses that if pigs can drink without any harm. You will put it in knapsack sprayer at the recommended dose and spray on the floor after cleaning. You do that routinely. You do it maybe every month to all the pens. It reduces the workload of bacteria that would have caused disease for you on another hand, and also help you in other ways. And for those that are veterinary practitioners, and those that are also animal scientists, but they don't know what to do when they are faced with a case of mastitis, this is not a treatment for beginners and people that are not experienced in the field. I'm saying this because in the area of veterinary profession, drugs, if you don't know pharmacology very well and you are treating, you are just causing harms to you. I do that often. I tell people I can give you guidelines as to how to rear your pigs, and to some extent little tips on how to manage them health-wise when it comes to treatment. The major treatments and drugs, using drugs, drug resistance comes into play. So if you are playing with drugs, giving them at any dose, like you see online, somebody will tell you when a case is reported, the person that is giving solution don't even know the cause of that disease condition. He will say, give antibiotic, give deworm, give this one, give this one, when it is not even sure, or when he's not even sure of the disease condition he's treating. So all these things, people that are just coming into the field, they just pick them and just treat, give underdose continuously. When they have issues and you go to the farm, the drugs of choice that you ought to have used, they are the ones that they've been given at underdose, and it's going to give you a negative result because the bacteria has already developed resistance to that drugs. So it poses a bigger problem for the farmer than what he was trying to curtail. But for those who are professionals in terms of treatments and all that, drug of choice for it is either streptomycin combined with procampicillin, or combination of both. Veterinary preparation of it, that is pen strep as the trade name. You can use it to treat, and the dosage is 1 ml to 20 kg body weight, depending on the product. Some is below that, some is above that. So if I give in, you should also consider the weight of the animal, so that you give the required dose, and you treat for at least 5 days. I do recommend that to be on the safer side, you give for like 5 days. You wait, after 2 or 3 weeks, you come back and give 5 days again. With that, I'm sure you are going to have a good result, and subsequent farrowing, you will not experience that again. The hygiene, cutting of teeth, tear, giving of iron, and all that helps to build your animal, even the piglets as they are coming up. Some will ask you, why is iron given to piglets? They are giving, pigs, most of the times when they are giving birth to, their blood system, their red blood cells are not enough. In some cases, depending on the type of feed, the condition, health status of the sow, and also other factors, most of the times they come out and die as a result of most of the mortalities recorded at tender age is attributed to anemia, which is loose in red blood cells quantity. So when you give iron dextran, it helps in building up the red blood cells to be enough. And if an animal is looking pale as a result of disease condition, you can give iron. Many people would, advise that you should give iron when the animal is looking healthy, or when the animal is having one disease condition that has nothing to do with anemia. They will ask you to give this. You are wasting your money. Let me be frank with you. So I want to drop this. I dropped this video to throw light on the video I did, so that people will not consider it as just a normal rituals and they will abandon it. I expect that every farmer should know how to do it. Go back to that video and watch it. And if I drop a video on any platform and you watch it and it's short, because Facebook don't support long videos, go to my YouTube channel. The names are Mbavinenge Estate, that is at Mbavinenge Estate Tehumba 183. If you go to that site, that YouTube handle, you watch even videos that you least expect you watch, because I drop some tips like that, long videos, but have short this in on Facebook, but then in that I drop full pictures of videos for farmers to gain access to. You can download them. When you watch, you also share. Don't be selfish. When somebody is giving you something free of charge, you should also share, so that others will gain access to it and also have this benefit you are sharing. Please, when you watch my videos, share, like, and comment, so that it will go viral and people will see it, and we'll have people coming in to ask questions, and maybe from their questions, even if it has not happened to you, the explanations I will be giving will also give you an insight as to what you are likely to face, and if you face it, you know what to do. Don't look at it that no, you've seen it, it's not having anything to do. You've reared pigs for 10 years and you've not faced this. One day you will face it and you start looking for solutions. So I am doing this from the bottom of my heart, that every farmer, intending and existing farmer, should have access to free counsel on piggery business, so that they will excel. Together we will pool these resources and make piggery value chain a home for all. Those that have watched this video, I want them to share, like, comment, and even invite people to join. Watch. Recommend it to people to watch and gain this knowledge. And feel free, if you come to my Facebook page, that is piggery business and what you need to know, feel free to ask me any question, so long as it concerns piggery. Any, from the bottom, from construction to rearing of pigs, from disease conditions to marketing strategies, to everything that concerns pigs. I'm equal to the task to attend to all those things. So you should not be scared. But if you have other issues in other animal that you want to ask, I have a page, Livestock at Your Doorstep. That page is for all animals. You can ask questions about pigs, about cattle, about goats, about sheep, about anything. I'll still answer you. Listen, I'm loaded. God has blessed me in that way, and I will give you all you need to know. And that is my area of specialization, livestock generally. So there's nothing you will ask that it will be new, or I will be thumbing or biting my tongue to ask you why and this and that. I'm equal to the task. Those that are criticizing, I want them to go ahead and criticize more, because the more they criticize, the more the light will come. Thank you, and I'm blessed to have you today, this evening. to share this with you. As you watch, you remain blessed. I still remain your very best. Thank you and remain blessed.